Hello, friends. Welcome to the last Rue Valley episode. Yes, no matter how long it will take, we will wrap it up in this episode. I believe we have finished. We have finished with the K range, and we now have to visit Kuiper Belt, I think. Right. We need to drive somewhere north. One of the memories says that some of the locations are now accessible because we start from a different spot. Perhaps there's even a completely new location to the north that you couldn't have reached in time from the motel. You just need to get into your fancy sports car and investigate. This would be the sports car. I don't have a sports car without a spot on it. Yeah. You need a car and drive north, I think. This status effect doesn't seem to disappear. Apparently, it persists through loops. Takes a while. Wow, that was a long drive. Okay. Okay. There's someone here. Who is this guy? It doesn't take you long to connect the image to the voice you heard over the phone. That's Ben. Oh. Ben, you and Riley were close. It's important we talk about her. He stares at you with empty eyes, glassy, like he's on the verge of bursting into tears. Hello, you there? About Riley? Your efforts only lead to one thing, tears. He starts sobbing like he's been trying to hold back the flood. Maybe hearing Riley's names makes him cry. What a superpower to hear a name and break down. Still, only one way to be sure about that kind of reasoning. What's wrong? Why are you crying? Was it because I mentioned Riley? Riley? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I saw her recently.
He lets out sounds like something between a laugh and a groan.
We talked like we hadn't in so long. It really moved me.
Why had you just spoken for so long?
Never enough time. There was always pressing matters, and time just slips away.
The question stirs him again. He cries a bit, then settles down like he remembered something.
It gets easier here when I come to Dana.
When I come to Dana.
She offers me a hand of salvation, makes my life better, or less dark.
Oh, he's on drugs. He's high.
Yeah, it feels good at first, but then it all turns black and starts sinking deeper.
Could mean anything from wrapping him in her experimental plants to washing him in the nutrient-rich waters. What is this hand of salvation?
Yeah, exactly that.
He goes silent, staring ahead, withdrawn, unreachable. His eyes fill with tears again, just the sound of her name stabs him like a knife. Maybe I'll catch him when he's in better shape. You could try, but knowing your luck, he's going to be doped up for all 47 minutes of the loop. At least the culprit is clear. The hand of salvation Dana keeps feeding him. There's no point talking to him about that or anything, really, while he's in this state of mind. Okay, what do we have here? He's not gonna spill anything about Riley while he's in that state. Okay, we have... What's this? A strange heap of discarded things, rusted mining gear, twisted and broken, mingling with newer scraps like plastic piping. It looks like two eras colliding, Apex Ore and Coral Destiny, their legacies dumped together in one heap. The plug looks professionally crafted, made from costly materials, silver and gold woven together, or at least it looks like silver and gold. The engraving reads October 3rd, 1984, the day we struck gold, Apex Ore Incorporated. Apex Ore is gone, gold's gone, but the flake still remains. Guess it wasn't worth taking with them. So much for the importance of that historic date. Oh, I can actually enter in the mine. Okay, there's someone else here. The long dark tunnel ends with an unexpected pool of weak light and a man standing in it turning his head left, right as if in confusion or fear. The mine is closed, what are you doing here? He flinches, words stumble out of him as if he's trying to outrun his own thoughts.
Closed? Yeah, it should have stayed closed for as long as possible.
As your eyes adjust, his outline settles into detail. An old man, truly old. Sparse grey hair stand like brittle antennae over a face scored by years. He looks like the Walter you saw on the K family tree, much older, unkempt but unmistakably him. So this is Walter K, the father of the twins, Alex and Maxine. Walter, your family is worried about you.
My family? Yeah. Helen must be scared out of her wits. And the kids, too.
He seems safe enough, but a feeling gnaws at you. Something isn't right here. Walter, what are you doing here? He half turns, as if your question finally catches up with him.
First, you tell me. You support Bill Thatcher?
No.
That's a good boy. You might be an outsider, but your heart's in the right place. Apex Ore props them up, and there's nothing I could do. Except, I'm not without teeth.
A lesson?
Yeah, proper lesson, like at school when the teacher beats you blue for acting out.
The thread of thought slips from his grip. He drifts into a low mumble, lost not just in place but in time. He's alive, and someone swore he'd wander back home sooner or later. Still, he isn't well. You can't just leave him like this. Walter, go home.
Home. Yeah, home. Maxine's there. She's worried. I just need to make sure everything's in order.
He's oblivious to your attempts to steer him. At least the loop keeps him safe. Huh, we found Walter in the mine. There's nothing you can do for him now. Okay, there's nothing else here. Okay, what else do we have here? What's this? An overly designed intercom looking like it was ripped out of spaceship's command deck. This can only mean one thing, Coral Destiny. Press the touchscreen.
Yes?
As the video feed switches to the face of a seemingly young woman, you feel a prickling sensation at the back of your skull. Can I come in, please?
That's not exactly in accordance with Coral Destiny's security protocols, but I don't see why not. Screw Coral Destiny's protocols.
Wow. Okay. Who is this girl?
Hiya! So sorry about that sterilization procedure, but it's necessary in a facility of this type. And don't you worry about the chemicals, they are all organic in origin.
Can you tell me anything about your coworker, Riley Anderson?
As of a couple of days ago, ex-coworker, mind you. I never collaborated with her professionally as my work is independent of most of the company. But personally, I'm sorry she decided to leave us. Most of Coral Destiny's employees truly believe the company pitch, and it makes them behave like a cult. Riley wasn't like that.
Do you know, what did Riley do at Coral Destiny?
She trained to be a colonist, which means everything. Kidding. But not really. Every future Martian needs to be a jack of all trades, capable of filling almost any role temporarily or permanently. Every irreplaceable individual is a danger to the colony, which means that Riley went through a variety of training courses, from comms to advanced first aid to mech engineering and robotics, basic hydroponics.
Wow. So the only time she could have heard a message from space was during comms training.
Yes? It's possible even afterwards. Every future colonist is on rotational duty in Star Command's comms center. But who do you think Riley heard? Aliens?
No, just random chatter and noise.
Well, radio waves do bounce off the ionosphere. It's possible, but not probable.
Do you know anything about her past here in Rue Valley?
I know little. She had a tragic life. Her father died before she was even born. Her mother died in an accident when Riley was 12 years old. That would break most people, but not Riley. Tough as titanium nails, that one. What remained of her family contributed to keeping her sane, surely. Frank, an older brother, and the people that practically adopted both of them and gave them a home, the Flemings, Benjamin especially. He was like the dad Riley never had. The Flemings are the people who own the Rue Valley Motel, you know?
It's lucky that she's even sane. If you led such a life, you would have been well on your way to becoming a black cat on
But,
soil.
as I said, Riley is tough as nails. That's why she would be an amazing colonist. A pity, really.
That's it. Thanks very much.
No, thank you. I don't have many chances to gossip with somebody who doesn't know everybody else around here. 100% safe. For humans. Are you from the Overshoot Forum, perhaps? It's not every day that someone from there comes to talk in person. But I've never seen you in Rue Valley, so you can't be a local.
Eugene Harrow. She takes your hand and her skin is soft and warm against
Welcome,
yours.
Eugene. I'm Dana Peters.
Oh, she feeds Ben drugs.
So, what can I do for you?
Why was the sterilization process necessary?
You're among the rare few who have asked me that question. People usually accept it as a necessary protocol without trying to delve deeper. Most of the species here are hybrids of my own creation. Because of that, they are vulnerable to all pathogens. So, without immunity of their own, I have to provide it for them.
Why not simply design pathogen-resistant plants?
If it was only that simple. To do that, I would have to expose the plants to dozens, hundreds of pathogens, cultivate the strains that show the most promise. My long-term goal is to increase their resistances. However, in everything I do, I have to calculate the cost, not in terms of money, but in terms of time. My current generation, Gen H, is the best that I could do with the resources I have.
The plants look
Understandable.
strange.
Many of the species here are my handiwork, created with cross-hybridization and gene manipulation. This facility is my laboratory, testing grounds to discern what will work, what could work, and what will be a disaster. And since Martian conditions are impossible, the plants must be impossible too.
Are you the boss here?
Now I am. Of course, it took me quite some time to iron out all the disagreements with my CEO, then persuade her I don't need her ideas, let alone her hands-on management.
What was the disagreement about?
It's still there. We just opt not to discuss it anymore. Isabel wants self-sufficiency as soon as possible, so the colony can become profitable quickly. I understand that. Establishing a base on Mars costs unthinkable amounts of money, and Coral Destiny is just a corporation. It must hunt for profit. But it's all foolishness, if you ask me. That colony must become a seed vault for our species, and you need long-term planning for that.
What's that forum you mentioned, Reboot?
Overshoot is an online gathering place for people that believe time is running out for our species, our civilizations, and our planet. It was a great community, but it recently turned sour. It's an echo chamber now, a place for whining, grasping at straws, and passing around copium.
Ultimate destiny of any place on the internet.
Unfortunately, yes. This forum just evolved into it much more quickly because of the subject matter it deals with, which pushes a lot of people straight into the jaws of depression. I stopped being an active member a long time ago, but I'm one of the founders, and people still find me, sometimes even in person.
What is this place exactly?
Officially, Coral Destiny Research Facility number 8, but everyone knows it as the hydroponics farm, or just
Okay.
the farm.
Isn't Coral a space exploration company? What does all this greenery have to do with rockets or space?
You are right, but up to a point. Rockets and space are only a means to an end. Coral Destiny's real aim is to establish a self-sufficient colony on Mars. Such autarky is impossible without food and medicine. That's my job. And this facility and all these plants, my life's work.
How do you water all these plants? Rue Valley water is so polluted it's like it's drawn from the bowels of hell.
An observant question. At first, fresh water was transported from outside of the valley. The same will be required on Mars. Large quantities of water will be delivered via cargo ships.
Wow.
Since water recycling and purification is necessary for the future colony, a section of my research was dedicated to just that. It's a long and complex story. But in a nutshell, the state of the Rue Valley aquifer is horrendous. It's been polluted with heavy metals, mining runoff, and ore processing chemicals. But with various methods, including introduction of certain bacteria and microbe strains, I've managed to purify small quantities of water, then enrich it with nutrients and minerals.
Why will the Mars colony need to recycle and purify water?
It's simple. Needs will be tremendous. Consumption, food production, ore recycling, and quantities are extremely limited. The colony can't simply subside on shipments from Earth. Eventually, when the infrastructure is established, the colony will be able to draw water from subsurface ice. Even that source will need to be refined for
Double
consumption.
voice.
But to achieve true autarky, multiple sources will be required.
This is a bug.
One such source will be recycled and purified wastewater, communal and industrial alike, waste want whatnot,
But why water? Mars has plenty of soil.
most of which is completely ill-suited to growing plants. It contains no organic matter, lacks essential nutrients such as nitrogen, and critically, it's full of toxic percolates. Yes, we could purify and enrich Martian soil, but it would be a lengthy and costly process. Water is much easier to manipulate. Most welcome. It's always a pleasure to talk to a member of our pre-extinct species. I have some work to do now. Feel free to explore the lab, just don't touch the plants.
Dana Peters, the hydroponics farmer, works in a Coral Destiny lab north of the Kuiper Bell Bar. Ben seems to be too high to help you with anything now, but he definitely knows something about Riley. Dana Peters is Ben's supplier and she gave him the drugs during the 47 minutes of the loop. All you have to do is stop her from doing that. Oh, can I talk to her?
Yes?
Listen, whatever you're giving Ben, it's not helping. Quite the opposite. It's hurting him.
What nonsense is this? He's never complained about any side effects.
I'm telling you, it's devastating him emotionally.
This isn't about whether I believe you, it's about facts and evidence. So whatever you think is happening to Ben can't be real. Impossible.
This isn't going anywhere. You need a different angle. Persuade Dana that the drug is harming Ben. Yeah, I think I'm going to fail this check again, like I failed all the checks in the game. Yep. Show her your empathic side, that you feel the depths of Ben's personal hell, that you care, really care. Maybe I wasn't clear. I can literally sense the sorrow and the horror Ben is going through while under the influence. Her eyes betray a conflux of confusion, a curiosity as she casts a quick glance towards your own, checking if you're high right now.
What do you mean, literally? You have a connection to Ben? Or something?
I can feel his pain as if it were my own. That's just who I am. I connect easily. Maybe it's you who lacks empathy since you don't feel anything at all.
So, I'm the problem now?
Well, I wouldn't call you the problem, but you're definitely not helping with the solution.
Maybe the real problem is that you're missing a screw in your head telling me such nonsense. Let's drop this story. I've got serious work to do and no time to waste on this nonsense.
Your words don't matter. She simply can't feel what you feel. So you'll have to try something else entirely. Maybe I can find something about her that will break his non-empathic cocoon of hers. Whatever you do, she needs to take you seriously, not as an empathic clown. Wait a minute. She won't budge. You have to use your time loop skills and dig up some dirt about either her or Ben, something that will trigger an emotional reaction, something that you can use.
Yes?
Tell her that Ben's motel will be acquired by the bank. Best to do this next loop before she gets a chance to meet you. Then you can pretend to be someone of importance for the effect, not because you like it. Alright. Oh. There was something here I can interact with. Calling it Dana's workstation feels like a gross oversimplification, but the name works. You notice a lonely business card casually left next to, well, something sciencey that requires a PhD or two, just to name a few. The card, though, is basically screaming, look at me, so shift your focus from all that other stuff and take a look. Take a closer look. Zero in on the card. Dr. Dana Peters, head of food and medicine department, Coral Destiny, underneath a perfectly boring corporate-style email and phone number. Definitely not personal, you're almost disappointed. Somehow you cram this boring but also important info into your mind. Okay. We got to the end of the loop, and we know what to do next. You got her phone number and her email address. Good for you. Alright. Yes, good for me indeed. Okay. Creeper belt. Yep. Make sure Ben is not on drugs. We have to use a town scan to get some dirt. Okay.
Hey, welcome to Kuiper Belt. I'm Travis, and you look like you could really use a drink.
Hey Travis, can I charge my phone anywhere around? Do you know O'Reilly Anderson?
Anderson.
Was for a second broke, creasing, lips shifting like he's powering through a deadlift.
Ah, Riley. She's cool, super nice, and gives off that easygoing vibe. Oh, and a great tipper.
But what's up with her and Coral Destiny?
Can't say for sure. Think she's with the space program or something. Her and a bunch of other jumpers were practically regulars here.
Jumpers?
Because of the jumpsuits. Coined that one myself. I was hoping it'd catch on. Thanks, buddy. Anyways, they didn't look like your typical CD eggheads, so I just figured technicians or would-be astronauts. I mean, they could hold their liquor like dock workers, especially Riley. And trust me, I sling some serious stargaritas. But that thing? I kicked it up a notch. Mixed it just for them. I call it Nebula Nectar. Strictly off the record, menu, and the rules. Wasn't exactly digging for info, and it's not like Coral Destiny keeps us in the loop on anything. So why not ask the girl yourself?
Hey Travis, can I charge my phone anywhere around here?
Hey, man. Wow, I never forget a face, but I totally blanked on your name.
Oh, the old fake it till you make it routine. Smooth, a real master of social grace. This one over. It's Eugene. Eugene? Hello.
Now it came back. Welcome to our esteemed canteen, Eugene.
How about that, Church?
Sure thing, buddy. The eggheads from Coral Destiny equipped us with one of those, whatchamacallits, state-of-the-art, cutting-edge, universal green charger ports. It's right behind the pool table. Just place whatever you need charged on it, and it takes care of the rest.
Thanks. Okay, I think this is it. Place it on the rounded plate and wait. You left the phone at the Kuiper belt. What's that supposed to mean? Okay, am I supposed to leave it? Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I wanna go talk to Dana. Maybe I can convince her. And drive north. Maybe I can convince her to not feed drugs to Ben. our arriving time. Oh yeah, still have 4 minutes. That should be enough. I would like to come in,
It's
please.
not exactly in accordance with screw Coral Destiny.
Yeah. Let's fail again to another
so
check.
sorry about that sterilization procedure, but
Yeah, I know.
don't you worry about the chemicals. They are all organic in origin.
Tell her that Ben's motel will be acquired by the bank. You must hear this. It's a matter of life and death. Compliance with the New Horizon Bank.
Hello, Mr. Pursuer. A very fitting last name considering your job. I'm Dana Peters. How can I help you?
Listen, Mr. Framage is about to lose the motel.
But how? With all those Coral Destiny tourists, the place should be doing just fine.
He's acting irresponsible, almost like he's under the influence of narcotics.
What you describe sounds more like Ben himself than something caused by a substance. He has always been irresponsible ever since I met him. And when Anita left, things only went further downhill. She used to take care of all the day-to-day matters. Robin took on as much as she could, but she's still young, inexperienced. A child, so to speak. So if what you're saying is true, it's not about any substance. It's about Ben and the kind of person he is.
Still, this is only a first attempt. Persistence might still pay off. What?
Yes?
God damn it, okay. That was strange. Now there's no way I can return to the bar to take the phone. Okay. Okay, I don't have the phone anymore. Maybe it's recharged. Walk to Kuiper Belt. Okay. The crack covers most of the screen, but through a small gap you can still see the battery percentage. It's almost half full. Pick it up. You can charge the phone whenever you need it, okay. Apparently I have Wi-Fi. Let's see what the internet has to say about Dana Peters. Just kill, never know with people. Dr. Dana Peters. Does she even have a PhD? Add Coral Destiny. Two solid deeds lie before you: her Coral Destiny bio and an academic paper titled Anthropogenic Triggers and the Prospect of Planetary Uninhabitability, published by Greensphere Journal. Examine the bio. Not much of it, really. It simply says Dr. Dana Peters. There's an image of a slightly younger, keener version of Dana peering slightly from behind glasses. Nothing you haven't already seen, known, or couldn't ask yourself. Read a random passage. Okay. Claims to be peer-reviewed. Let's see what the reviews say. Not many kind words apparently. These science types can be pretty catty, speculative, fear-mongering, doomsayer, hack, and those are some of the kinder ones. One even twisted her own words to mock her: switch uni for prison. And this is what you get: systemic cognitive degradation. Wait, prison? Maybe it's a metaphor. Search Dana Peters' criminal record. Well, that's a curveball. You stumble on an old news bulletin that reads: Cedarville, October 5th, 2009, Dana Peters, age 25, was convicted today for her involvement in the deliberate release of an unidentified pathogen among oil extraction personnel, resulting in severe systemic yet non-lethal illness in several minors. Facing charges of eco-terrorism, Peters pleaded not guilty to one of two counts, but was ultimately sentenced to 1 year in prison without the possibility of appeal or parole. The authorities have not disclosed additional information pertaining to potential motives or the nature of the released pathogen, nor confirmed the existence of any prior criminal record associated with Peters. Damn, who knew she had it in her? Say you slipped it into the conversation, figure there's enough here to make her see things your way. What, blackmail her? I'd never stoop so low. But what if she had a valid reason, but things went sideways or she was set up? You're just trying to slam your way out of a potential solution. Besides, the loop will undo it as it is, so there's no harm done. And it's not like I haven't lied and cheated along the way. What's one more dirty deed? Okay. Let's see. By the age of 25, she was convicted for involvement in the deliberate release of an unidentified pathogen. She spent a year in prison. Right. Okay, I think we can now talk to her again. Maybe convince her this time around. Okay. Let's drive again. Drive north. No, please no. Okay, we have 5 minutes. Okay, we can now interact with Ben's car for whatever reason. And we have internet. Right on time, exhausted by his torments, Ben slumps into the car's hood. Maybe there's something inside that can help me get to Dana. The car is your oyster if you want to poke around. Is the driver's door open? Instinctively, your eyes flick to Ben as the door groans open with a hesitant creak, mimicking Ben's final sob before passing out. The driver's seat tilts awkwardly under your weight, probably from years of compensating for a missing leg. Despite Ben keeping a tidy car, the age shows. Still, every crease has been smoothed as if order could patch up old wounds. So what now? Where will you check? The sun visor? Nothing. Not even a license or registration card tucked up there. Under the seats? The condition of the driver's seat makes it a bit tricky as it shifts to and fro. When you do finally manage, your hand grasps a whole lot of nothing. The glove compartment? The glove box scuffs up a whole mess of junk, spilling it across the passenger seat and into the floor. Gold? There's just a wad of papers and an empty binder. It's blue with a touch of filigree embossing in the upper right corner. Check the papers. Almost everything here is car business insurance, a report from New Horizon Bank, tax for court notes since quite a mouthful, but it seems the official warning that the Rue Valley motel will be repossessed by the bank because of the lack of mortgage payments. Try telling Dana Bar worked like shit. Maybe the approach was right, but the information wrong. Keep digging. Okay.
It's not exactly in accordance.
Yeah. Okay.
Hiya! So sorry about that stroke.
Yeah.
Don't you worry about the chemicals there.
Private investigator.
Hello, Mr. Lawson? Or should I say, son of law? Sounds like an action hero's last name.
I'm always in action.
Good for you. And for the law, I suppose. My name is Dana Peters. How can I help you?
I know who you were in your past life.
Really? What was I? A plant? Hopefully something fruit-bearing.
A terrorist.
Oh, that again. I was hoping for something far more original and fun. And you're sharing this little revelation
I
with
want
me
you to stop giving
because-
drugs to Ben.
That won't happen. First, because it helps him. My remedy works. Second, my employers already know about my past. Nice try though, but blackmail won't work with me. What I don't understand is, why you? What's your connection to
I'm
Ben?
investigating something, that's why.
An investigation that uses blackmail? Maybe you're in the wrong career. Either way, I've got work. Later. You can see yourself out.
You tried using the loss of the motel against her, didn't work. Now blackmailing failed too. Every attempt to sway Dana has fallen flat. She hardly flinched when you pressed her about her criminal past, just as she barely blinked when you told her Ben was losing the motel. It seems that you are stuck. I didn't dig long enough. Instead of digging up old secrets, maybe focus on what is already happening. Ben is falling apart from that crap she's feeding him like a corpse packed with maggots dropped from the sky to burst open on the dirt below. Maybe you should show her, let her see what this shit really does to him instead of the happiness she thinks she's providing. I could make her come outside when it happens. You could, but it won't help. What you need is for her to see what she's doing to him before she hands him the goods. I could try convincing her over the phone. No. Maybe calling the cops. Cody is a lazy piece of shit. Yes. Chances are he already knows all about Dana's activities around here and won't lift his ass out of the chair to stop them. Well, I'm out of ideas. The only way is for Dana to witness Ben's descent into the pit of sadness before it happens in the loop, which means you need to record it and send it to her. How am I supposed to keep the video safe from the loop reset? Frank's phone doesn't reset, you just need to check what state it's in. Battery seems fine though. There, you sold at least one thing already. Okay, that's interesting. Could have done this from the start. You need a decent battery and enough free space. Okay. See, Frank's junk phone can record videos. It takes a while for the camera app to boot up and you automatically switch to video mode. It works, but the quality won't be great. Old phone, old lens. However, the recording icon is grayed out. The classic sign the memory is full. Something has to be clear first. Enter the video gallery. Doesn't really matter what you delete, it's just the memories of a dead man anyway. Still, this phone doesn't reset once you delete something, it's gone for good. Delete the video. The oldest. I'd hate if someone ever went through my videos. The file is gone forever, hopefully. It was worth it. You need more space. Delete another video. Random. Sorry, but not enough. Delete another video. Delete the last video. Another candle snapped out. Delete some photos. Oh my god. Delete memes and shared photos. Good riddance. This only freed up a sliver of space. You'll need to delete more. That should do it. So we deleted a number of memories. Shit ton of old memes. Alright. So basically I deleted everything. Okay. Frank's phone is ready. Lights, camera, action. Yeah, I just need to have enough time, hopefully. Record ban. You need a perfect spot close enough to capture everything but hidden well enough that Ben won't see you. Perfect. The angle is solid, you won't need much zoom. With any luck, sound will come through as well. Action. Ben starts to cry harder, his body trembling, sounds spill from him, something between weeping, moaning, and a jagged laugh. No man in a sane state of mind would ever let out such a noise. The drug is giving him a really bad trip. One can only hope whatever benefited once offered was worth this collapse you're witnessing. He pauses for a moment, drawing in a deep breath and holding it, almost as if he's wrestled the storm back under control. But then it breaks through again, the sobbing returns, his head shaking, body trembling. Perhaps something set him off, and he simply couldn't bear the weight anymore. He just snapped. Sounds like the divorce finally hit him. It happened a while ago, but you know how it is. Some things take their time before they punch you in the gut. Just like that, sobbing, shaking him, then flat on his back, arms crossed over his chest, unnaturally still. What an ending to this mess. The drug meant for outer space slams into him like a comet, burning everything out, at least for now. That's enough. Anyone with eyes can see what's happening here. A lot of sorrow for one video. Stop recording. When the time is right and you have the Wi-Fi, you can send it to Dana. Nice. You got the video, you got the email, now all you have to do is press that send button, but don't forget to do it before she gives the drugs to Ben. Okay, so I probably have to do that at the beginning of the loop. Yep. Yep. Okay, I have to go to the Kuiper belt first because I don't have Wi-Fi here. Okay. Okay. Let's send Dana the video. You open Frank's email account and start a new message. As you type her address, it autofills, already disabling his contact. Mary Frank was also a customer of Dana's products. He didn't strike you as the type. Then again, Rue Valley is full of surprises. Attach the file to the email. You tap the paperclip icon in the corner and select the video. A moment later, the file sits there loaded, ready for send-off. The cursor blinks in the subject line waiting. Ben is not okay. Details about what you did to him attached. Clear and direct, accusatory too. That kind of subject line grabs attention and your throat. Maybe add a short message to the body. Fuck it, leave it as is. The video speaks for itself. No polish, no preamble, just the raw truth waiting in the attachment. It's gone for better or worse. The phone pings, probably Dana's reply. That was fast. Read the answer.
Frank, are you alright? You sound off. Not like yourself. I just hope Ben hasn't shared anything with you. Anyway, I had no idea about these side effects. He always seemed fine and never said a word about it. I'll definitely have a talk with him as soon as he shows up. Thanks again. I'd hate to see him suffer, let alone be part of the reason why. See you around.
Now all that's left is to head to hydroponics and see what your actions have set in motion. Okay, so we don't have to talk to Dana anymore. We need to talk about Riley. Here sits a man dazed and confused, like he expected to dive into blissful stupor, but got a lecture instead, a big one. We need to talk about Riley.
Riley? Yeah, sure, just, hold on a minute. Who are you exactly?
Your gambit worked. He sounds and acts like a normal person now, not like a man with one foot hovering over an endless pit of sorrow. Which means it's improvisation time if you want him to open up and spill the proverbial beans. Dr. Nightingale, a colleague of Dr. Fink. I work for Coral Destiny.
Pleasure to meet you, Dr. Nightingale. I'm Benjamin Fleming, the motel's owner and family to Riley, in a way. So how can I help you, Dr. Nightingale? What's this about exactly?
I'm conducting an exit interview. Talking to family members is a standard procedure.
All right, I'm not sure how I can help. Especially now that she quit her job there, so I'm not sure it makes any sense to talk about it.
Did Riley specify her reasons for leaving Coral
She didn't get
Destiny?
into the details much, only that something's been bothering her for a long time, and now she's decided to cut off what's not working. Surely in your role, you probably knew this already.
When did you last talk to her?
A few days back, she showed up at the motel out of nowhere. No call or warning. I was glad to see her. Made us some coffee, poured us some numb night. Over small talk and a couple of toasts, she told me two things. She quit her job, and she was leaving Rue Valley for good. Two big shocks back to back.
There's a quiver in his tone, the sadness pushing through, though he forces himself to continue.
There was also a third thing. That one shook me more than anything else.
Stay silent and wait for him to answer.
She asked about her brother Frank, how he'd been and what he's doing. Little things like that.
What makes that one stand out so much?
You see, Riley and Frank had a fight a while ago and haven't exactly been on speaking terms since. I never understood it. If anyone had been through hell and high water together, it was them. But the fight was so bitter, it drove them apart. So Riley never mentioned Frank for years. This is why I was so stunned. Apologies. I've probably overwhelmed you with family drama, which has nothing to do with your evaluation.
Please continue, every detail might matter.
We spoke a bit about Frank, then she handed me money for him. A serious amount in case he should ever need it.
You see the thought spark in his eyes. He hurries to clarify before you can ask.
No, I don't keep it on me. It's in a safe place. A bank, naturally.
Naturally.
She asked me to encourage Frank to seek help again. To go back to Dr. Fink, your colleague.
That's an excellent idea. I fully support it.
Glad to hear you say that. I like him. He seems like a genuinely good man. Riley was adamant. Frank has to talk about Judy's death. You know, that guiding light accident.
That accident must have shaken all of you.
Terribly. Frank was hit the hardest, but Riley too. Judy was a close friend. In any case, she said she would leave something of importance concerning Judy with Dr. Fink, but she didn't go into details.
Oh. Whatever she gave him, Pink still holds it. You'll have to get it from him. Right now, it's the only lead you've got, making it the best lead.
I just realized I'm swamping you with family stories. You don't even know everyone I'm talking about. And maybe none of this.
Don't worry about it, but let me ask, why didn't she meet Frank herself?
I think she was afraid of what would happen if she faced him, that another fight would break out. Riley probably wanted to make sure he'd get the money and that special something, especially since she's leaving Rue Valley for good. Shit, I just remembered she's leaving today. This is her last day here. I just hope she saw Frank to say goodbye.
I spoke with her earlier and I think she hasn't found him yet.
That's rough. I really hope she manages to track him down. It'd be a pity if she failed. I can only hope that what I shared proved helpful to you, that you gained something from it.
Yep, absolutely. The next step is clear. Wait for the reset, then head to Fink. Okay. Riley left something for Frank at Dr. Fink's. Let's wrap up this. Intention completed. What else do we have? The signal. Riley has already heard Judy's message before Frank. Right. Get in the car and drive south. Alright. So the next step is to go to the Whipper Belt, steal the sports car, and drive to the motel. wonder if I have time. I should have enough time. Oh yeah, I have enough time. Oh, I don't have enough time. So close. Knock on Fink's door several times, or bated breath you hear the muffled sound of the bathroom door opening, followed by shuffling feet.
Mr. Hero, what in the Earth's name? What happened?
It dawns on you, ever since you began looping in Frank's pickup, you stopped appearing on Fink's couch. Which means that in his eyes you vanish in front of him every loop. Now, standing here, you can see he has things to say, a lot of things, probably stay silent, let him talk.
You just vanished. Right in front of me. One moment you were there, the next I was talking to empty air. I tore the office apart. Looked under the couch, in the bathroom. I thought I was hallucinating. Depersonalization. Psychotic break. Something. Anything. I even asked Robin if you ever arrived at the motel. If she has seen you. At all.
You are not hallucinating. We had a session and now here I am in the flesh.
That's a relief, in a way. But the mystery of your disappearance from our session still remains.
He shakes his head as though trying to reboot his brain, scrambling to reconcile the contradictory facts forming inside him.
Perhaps it's best to accept the simplest solution. I must have failed to notice your unexpected departure. Without a proper goodbye, I might add.
This is how he survives. Shrink the impossible into something mundane. Hallucination too heavy? Call it not paying attention instead.
In any case, that leaves another matter. You're here now. But our session ended long ago. And not in a proper way. So, I'm not sure how to proceed.
Never mind the session. Riley left something for Frank with you. I need it.
Riley? Frank? How do you even know about them? Are you friends? That would be a serious conflict of interest for our therapy.
Time is running out. The horizon will soon be lit by a fiery sky, advancing like a tide of ruin that will consume everything. It's a long story, just trust me, please. He studies you carefully, searching for the truth behind your request. You'll have to give him something. I know you mean well. You want the best for both Frank and Riley. He doesn't resist this truth, just continues to listen. Riley wanted you to help Frank. She even left money with Ben to pay for his therapy, among other things.
She mentioned that. But I'd never take money from them. It wouldn't be right. She left me that thing. Said it might help me reach Frank. But also help me if the past still troubles me.
Is that trouble called the guiding light mission? He closes his eyes for a second and takes a deep breath, then continues, semblance of composure regained.
Yes. I made a grave error. And someone close to Frank and Riley paid the price. That's why I couldn't bring myself to listen to the things she left me. I wasn't ready to tear the scab from that wound.
This is almost gone. Time is almost gone. Give me whatever Riley left. I may find closure for Frank, for her, maybe even for all of us. Behind his eyes you can sense a struggle, whether to trust you, a complete stranger, with the ending of his story, or clutch it tight and lose it forever. Your extended hand trembles from exertion or expectation. Does it matter? The moment stretches on endless, destined only to be broken by the burning horizon. Then he slips something from his pocket and presses it into your palm. Small, light, a bowl-shaped USB stick. Thank you.
I put my faith in you, Mr. Harrow. Please, don't betray it.
The northern sky begins to smolder, red and yellow bleeding into the horizon. You clutch the USB stick tight against your chest like it's a beating heart of its own. Your mind is a hive of questions. What's on the stick? How will you open it? What if it's protected by a password? But most important of all, what if it resets? A million buzzing thoughts swarm your skull that you nearly forget. Think is still there, glasses glowing, eyebrows like storm clouds. Both of you are silent, washed in burning light as the horizon swallows itself, each lost in his own thoughts and the world's end. Then he breaks it with a familiar yet inescapable question.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Yes, Doctor, until the end. The explosion, the blaze, the roar, the world ends again, with you on your way back to Frank's car. But not empty-handed, hopefully. This time you carry something, maybe the final piece of the puzzle. Okay, is this the true ending? I know it. Quick check your pockets. Is it still there? I know it is. You probably know what's on it, right? It's the entirety of Judy's message, isn't it? Yes, should I play it? Yes, use the car radio to play the message. Okay.
But the worst issue of all in my predicament is that I just can't be sure if anything else is damaged. The Overwatch protection is having a bit of a fit. It intermittently reports malfunctions on various systems, including those I know are working, like life support or the power grid.
Judy. That's Judy. Stop fucking everything, buddy. That's Judy. They can go fuck themselves. Here's our proof that you're not crazy.
Then sometimes it reports the 2 damaged solar panels are operating at peak 98% efficiency, though I see their shattered frames through the viewport. I even thought about permanently shutting down the Overwatch when I got my hopes up, reporting it fixed the long-range comms where it were as dead as ever. I'm not sure if this is a legacy problem with the fault protection system, or the mainframe got damaged in the blast.
Imagine if this idiotic machine did what it was supposed to, and fixed the long-range comms. Imagine!
I pondered an exploratory EVA to determine the extent of the damage done to the lander, but the brutal truth is, I can't risk opening the airlock and losing any of the precious little oxygen reserves I have left. I have a cache of oxygen candles, yes, but I need to keep them for unforeseen emergencies.
Oh, no. One close encounter with the Void is one far too many.
My top priority right now is to find a sustainable way to generate oxygen. Water electrolysis, powered by my own urine, comes to mind, but I'll have to think of a way to extract clean and sterile water from it. This will take power. A lot of power. I'll end here, since I don't want to dip into my fuel reserves more than I will have to. Guiding light, mission log, day 3. Commander Resnick speaking. This will be my last official report.
Huh? No! Judy, what happened?
Well, that was dramatic. I made a decision to continue recording, but this will become both my personal log and the record of my journey. A space to keep track of my resources, my thoughts, and my plans.
Oh,
Hopefully, when I land back home, I'll tell you my tale in person, so this will become a relic for the history books. Just in case, I'll load every message into the short-range auto transmitter. This was a short message. Guiding light, day 9, Commander Resnick's log. The sunlight is plentiful, for now, so I've decided to drain some more kilowatts from my power reserves and record. If only engineering crammed more batteries into this lander. I've already made written list upon list, prepared a number of paper blueprints for all of my projects, but just speaking helps me get my thoughts in order. It's strange. Dr. Fink correctly predicted a future when he warned the mission team about an intense desire to hear human speech during our long isolation. But I doubt he ever thought about a situation as dire as mine, so just hearing the din of my own voice in this tin can fills me with a strange sense of warmth. But back to business, Star Command. I did an inventory of all my available resources. Food and water is aplenty, as the lander was supposed to serve as a temporary base for Rose, Mark, and me during our planetside operation. It's your standard, bland astronaut fare, sure, but it was supposed to feed 3 people, so with proper rationing, maybe a bit of fasting, I won't starve to death. Hopefully.
Don't even think about death. Don't even mention dying.
Oxygen is an entirely different beast. We were never meant to spend so much time in the lander, so I have only 30 kilos of stored oxygen, and that will last me approximately a month. Or I should say 21 more days to go. And my stores of water are not that plentiful either, so I'll definitely have to resort to urine recycling for oxygen regeneration. I've already planned the jury-rigged water electrolysis system and scavenged for parts. Unfortunately, one of the solar batteries had to be sacrificed for the cause and turned into a power source. My last and deepest concern is my fuel reserve. It is currently at 87%, which is my fault, really. Once I was in the lander, I activated the thrusters to get away from the wreckage of guiding light as soon as possible. I might have panicked and burned for too long. Might have. But hopefully this mistake won't come back to bite me in the ass. Preliminary calculations state there should be plenty for all the systems I'm building, maintaining life support, and the burn that will get me back to Earth.
Your fuel calculations match up with this.
That's all I have for now. So much to do. Guiding light, mission log, day 31, Commander Resnick recording. Nothing quite like that first breath of freshly generated oxygen. I am happy to announce that my water electrolysis system is fully operational. I'm so happy. I wanted to give it a grand opening with a ribbon cutting ceremony, but I'm all out of ribbons.
That's our girl. There's nothing you can't achieve. Nothing.
The only downside is that the whole process takes so much time, from urine collection, water recovery, sterilization of equipment, and running the electrolyzer. Though I have a feeling it will get much better once I have more time to improve my protocols. Speaking of, I feel I need to pass water now, and I can't afford to waste a drop, so signing off.
He caught a signal at 8 p.m., back when there was no loop. Just when you heard that clock for the very first time, when it is all about the therapy, the incident, the motivation, and status effects. Keep listening to the message.
Guiding light, mission log, day 52. Happy to report I'm still alive, though honestly, my steady diet of protein curry, pea stew, and oat and berry paste has seriously made me contemplate taking my own life.
You heard this part already, it won't be easier the second time around. Fast forward to the part where the interference starts.
Mission log, day 188. It's so hard to sleep without the pills pulling you into the void. I just lie strapped in my zero-G hammock and stare at the ceiling, my mind working on overdrive.
Hurry up! Don't want to lose Judy's signal.
Every night, yes, I made air quotes, Sumi, is a struggle. But I'm getting there. At least I don't have to wade through a jumble of thoughts anymore. I'm tired, but I am awake. Truly awake.
Now where in the holy fuck have you left that battery, buddy?
And I have a plan now. A way out of this shit. During one of those ceiling staring sessions, I came up with a solution for how to fix my trajectory.
Nothing here. Hurry! Where is that spare? It's useless. There's no spare battery.
Yes, it's super risky, but let's face it, I'm at such a point that I might as well bet it all on red. If I don't, everything will stay the same forever. I just need to do the math, build a model. It will work. It must. Judy out.
Alex has radio equipment. You did beat some sense into yourself.
Day 224. Here's a little bit of analysis after the fact. I contemplated a triangle. Trajectory, remaining fuel reserves, required fuel for the burn. No matter how I spun it, no matter how much I twisted it, that triangle always stayed the same. With it, the conclusion. Insufficient fuel for trajectory-altering burn. Unable to adjust vector of approach for planetfall.
Look at scrawny loser staring at you. Like you've hit his fucking transformer. Come on, start, you piece of shit.
You're back in that moment when you saw Frank, the reckless driver, for the first time ever. Your mind recoils from even scratching the surface of how all of this is possible. Right now, urgency drives you. All of this started at that exact point when Frank drove away to meet his death. You watched him go and said nothing, but now's your chance to change it. Quick, stop him. Yep, too little, too fucking late. Only one option remains. You have to follow him. Run down the stairs and enter your car. Maybe I killed him.
Outside of that triangle, to push the calculations to my favor, literally.
You have to make him stop somehow. Frank, just because Judy is not a part of your life anymore doesn't mean that you're less, that you're a worthless shit.
What the fuck are you? You don't know shit about me.
I donned my EVA suit and ventured outside of the airlock, oxygen loss be damned. Using my jetpack and additional fuel I made myself with the water electrolysis system, I was able to create just enough pressure to alter my trajectory and make sure the fuel required for the burn will be sufficient.
yapping and let me listen to Judy, you fucker.
And when I was about to re-enter the lander, I noticed something that I've yet to make peace with. One of the fuel injector pipes, that radical new Coral Destiny innovation, is damaged, showing signs of previous leaks. The damage might have been caused by the explosion, or the material was never meant for spaceflight. I don't know.
Fuck you, you scrawny loser. She's not dead.
But now, I do know the reason why I was spending so much more fuel during our previous burns. Seeing that was a gut punch. If only I went outside earlier to assess the damage, I could maybe... No, use crying over spilled milk or fuel. I've patched up the rupture as much as I could have, just to make sure it doesn't expand and cost me even more fuel. I returned to the lander, performed the burn. The result, that triangle was shattered. My new trajectory is stable, but I don't know how to feel about that. I've sacrificed so many resources to do this. Too much, maybe.
Shut up.
Day 226, Guiding Light mission. Judith Resnick speaking. I've decided to do this now, while I'm still mindful, composed, while life support still has enough resources to operate. Though I can't change them now, I've started questioning my own decisions. But keep telling myself that whatever I did or didn't do, an end would come. This way, I got to choose that end. It will come on my own terms.
Fucking roadblock. Fucking Coral Destiny. I have to get to Alex before the battery runs out.
What an idiot. I can't do this. I can't live through that pain again. You have to. There's no other choice. This is the only way out of the loop. Summon that real courage within yourself. Know that the pain is almost certain, yet that you are willing to risk it to fulfill your goals. Scream to bend the pressure and drive up the cliff. I'm alive. I'm alive.
Star Command, you will receive all of my messages through the short-range auto-transmitter. I have some personal requests. Please make sure that the following people hear my words.
Yes, but there are several spots of seeing pain all over your body. Why is my neck so stiff? Because it prevented your head from popping right off when you slammed into the bubbly airbag at near light speed. Very carefully didn't snap, touch your nose. Your hand recoils from the painful flesh, but not before it touches mangled skin, shattered bone and crusted blood. It is just pain. You've endured much worse, much
For my
worse.
friends, Jake, Kirka, Riley, Jean, I'll be brief like I usually am. I love you, you bastards. You better get to Mars and drink to my health, or else.
What's with Frank? Is he even still alive? Frank can't die yet. He certainly feels dead, like a lump of inanimate
To my
flesh.
parents, Mom, Dad. Countless times I've imagined your smiles when Guiding Light was launched. How proud you'd be.
Frank suddenly cries out in pain, his whole body shuddering. He's alive but still not conscious. Wake up, Frank, you have to hear this. It's Judy, you don't have time to be unconscious. Like a thunderbolt, Frank opens his eyes and glares right into yours.
You.
Countless times I've tormented myself with your faces when you learned that the ship was lost with all crew. Now, at least you get a better epilogue than that.
It's Judy, Frank, listen. He looks at a specific point in the empty air.
You're here.
I can't imagine your pain, your sorrow. I know this is not what you imagined for me, but this is what I can do, what I want. Out of the worst, I've extracted the very possible best, just like you taught me. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. Frank, my love. I'm sorry. I'll have to break that promise I made. I won't be coming home. You have to know, I fought with every atom of my being. I tried.
What are you saying? I'll save you.
But sometimes we have to learn to admit defeat, to accept it. Please understand that I chose this. I want to have a resting place on Mars, a grave.
You can't die, Judy. You must not.
I refuse to be another piece of space junk on an endless Earth-Mars orbit. I've broken that loop.
Broken the loop.
I want you to be happy. Need you to be happy. Do not allow yourself to return to the pit. I know it will hurt, but I must become another scar for you to bear. I love you. Now and forever.
I love you too, Judy. Now. For... What now, buddy?
You've said your goodbyes, but now you have to actually let go.
I understand. But would you stay with me?
Don't worry, both Judy and me are here.
Die alone.
Reluctantly he takes it. His firm grip, flesh already going cold, tells you how afraid and grateful he is for this.
Still with me, Mr. Harrell? For a moment you seemed elsewhere. Well, we are done with our second session.
Oh, so we managed to break the loop?
I'll see you tomorrow again. Get some rest, please. Your physical condition demands it. Good night, Mr. Harrell.
What a sad ending. Okay, I'm a bit disappointed by this game. I thought this would be maybe a lighter version of Disco Elysium, but this is not. this plays more like a visual novel. There are no, I mean, the RPG elements in the game don't matter at all. I managed to finish the game without passing any skill checks because there are multiple solutions to the quests or intentions. And frankly speaking, the first 5 or 6 hours of the game are pretty boring. The story, the overall story is interesting. I think it's interesting, but the pacing is very, very slow. The last 2 or 3 hours are top notch, but almost 2/3 of the game are pretty boring, unfortunately. There's a lot of backtracking, very little interesting is happening. Anyway, that was Rue Valley. We managed to finish this in, I don't know, 14 hours, something like that. Thank you everyone for watching and for taking this journey with me. I'll be seeing you in the next Let's Play series. Take care. Bye bye.